Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I'm so glad to be back with you guys this morning doing a recipe. But this is a little different what I will be doing and sharing with you guys today. This is a test recipe. Guys, I am working on my cookbook. I've started working on my cookbook, but I'm going to develop a couple of cake recipes. I'm going to develop or either go back over my memories with some of the recipes and stuff like I used to develop myself over the years and have in the cookbook for you. And I will have little short stories or tips or whatever in the cookbook for you. But listen guys, what I will be working on this morning, this is a test recipe. Tuck wanted a cake, and like you know, we already done established everything is getting so expensive. So we're going to have to learn to work smart. So I needed to test some extracts that I have. And then I'm trying to develop a flavor. I want to develop a cherry cake. And I know the batter, the cake part, I kind of know what I want it to be. It's either this one or another one that I'm, going to do. So I'm not worried about that. But it's the flavoring that I got to come up with. And it's been a minute since I came up with a flavoring, but I still haven't forgot the steps that I do to develop a flavor. And guys, I will show you guys, I will tell you in the book as to what, how I come up with the way I flavor my cakes and all that stuff. Just hold on a minute, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. So the one that I will be doing for you guys this morning, and I'm not going to be giving you any the exact amount. I'm just going to be telling you what I will be using, because I do have this recipe in my, I do have a video of this recipe. So if you guys wanted to bake this, just the plain cream cheese pound cake, I can direct you to the video. So that's the reason I'm not going to be so in depth with their measurements. But what I will be doing is a cherry cream cheese pound cake. So let me tell you what I'll be using. I got some sugar here, and there's 3 cups of the sugar, 3 cups of flour. I have a 6 room temperature, you got that top? 6 room temperature large eggs. And I have 2 tablespoons of Crisco. And I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, which is room temperature also. And I have 3 sticks of butter, which is room temperature. Okay guys, for the flavoring, I will be using 1 pack of unsweetened cherry Kool-Aid. And this is what I am testing today, guys. This is what I want, what I'm not sure of. This is some cherry flavor, cherry extract. And guys, I'm not going to tell you too much about it, just because this is the first time I will be testing this here flavor. It was given to me by one of my lovely subscribers. She's just a sweetheart. Ever since she have been subscribed to me, we have just enjoyed each other, developing friendship to the highest. She's such a sweet lady, and she know exactly who I'm talking about. Hey T, hey Trina. I miss you on Brittany. What's that Brittany be having us watching, Gary? Married at first sight. Have us married at first sight. I reckon she want to marry at first sight. I don't know. Leave that all the way alone, guys. But some of my subscribers subscribe to my channel. A couple of them go over and they're showing Brittany support, which guys, I really appreciate that. And she is slowly growing. So she had sent me this for a Christmas gift, and it's like I got 6 other flavor of extract that go with this. I about couldn't wait to test it. But then I said, because these are some flavors that I've never really just seen too many of them in the grocery store and stuff. And I was saying, it's a website on here where you can order it. But if it's what I think, if it's good or whatever the case, I will be going to that website and probably trying some more of that extract. They have they had like a raspberry, a red raspberry, a blackberry, blueberry. I can't think of the other ones, but it was those type of flavors that you just don't readily see in the store. And I said, okay, amazing. Something else they don't develop, I'm going to try and see how good it is. But by me knowing how to develop stuff in that, because I used to do it all the time years ago, but I went away from it. But I'm getting ready to, and I'm fixing to start back getting in the swing of things, or I lose all the little memory that I do have. And guys, I will be using, this is I think it's an 8 or 9 inch tube pan. And I always flour. I put the shortening on it and flour mine. But you can use the sprays, cooking sprays and stuff if you want to. But this is the way I do mine, and I like the way it, just like the way it do. And guys, I will be baking this cake on 325 degrees for approximately an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half. I will let you know the exact time as to when I bake it, when it's finished baking. So guys, what I'm going to do is go off. I am so excited to just be testing this recipe with you guys. It's going to be in my cookbook. I don't know if this is going to be the one in the cookbook. I'm just getting ready for it. I had to bake a cake, so I'm just going to be, testing them, that flavoring and all that other kind of stuff. But I know that extract probably won't be strong enough for what I need, and then this Kool-Aid is going to give it the color. So guys, let me tell you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to go off and I'm going to get my butter and those couple of teaspoons of shortening and my cream cheese. I'm going to get all this beat up and get started. I'm going to put my butter and my shortening first and get it all fluffy, and then I'll add my cream cheese to it, and then I'll have my sugar in it. All of that's going to be going when you get back. Or either I'll probably be putting the sugar in it and then the eggs. And we'll go from there. We'll put it like that, guys. We'll go from there. Because like I said, I'm not trying to give you step-by-step instructions. Because if you want to try to bake this and use another flavor with it, all you got to do is go to my cream cheese pound cake video. So guys, I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right.
You already on?
Yes.
Okay, guys. I have cream this here butter and the cream cheese and that Crisco. And I'm getting ready to add my sugar. And I'm going to cream that together for probably approximately, wait a minute, I'm going to put it down on it. Hope that thing don't come off again. Just slowly run it in there. This is your 3 cups of sugar. And I'll probably be creaming this area with it approximately 5 minutes. The stuff is room temperature. I say about 4 minutes. When you got it real good in room temperature, it's going to take long to do the creaming. Because it can take probably about 2 2 or 3 minutes for that there was the butter and that cream up. You turn it up a little higher. Then I'm gonna scrape the bowl down and start adding my eggs. Guys, when I'm baking a cake, and I will tell you this in the cookbook, it's a certain type of sugar. The way it's, what do they call sugar? I don't know if you know, it's not meal or blended or whatever. You know, the grains of the sugar. The sugar has different grains. And I like to use a certain grain of sugar. But I'll write all that information to you, down for you in the cookbook and let you know that the 2 brands of sugar that I use is of that texture. Let me scrape it, guys, and then I'm going to let me scrape the bowl. Then I'm going to turn it, I'm going to go off because I'm going to turn it a little higher. And then I'm going to let this here go for maybe about 3 or 4 more minutes. And then I come back and add the eggs. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm adding the eggs in 1 at a time and let it be just a few seconds in between. Like I said, you got a kind of a powerful mixture. It's, you know, it don't take as long, but if you have like a hand mixer or something like that, you may have to, you know, beat it a little longer. Make sure it's mixed up in there good. Make sure you turn your mixer down when you're doing it. Now guys, let me show you something while that's beating. I took that pack of unsweetened cherry Kool-Aid and I put it in about a 1/4 cup of hot water. Hot water, guys, because you need that Kool-Aid to dissolve. And then I'm going to take, what's a 1/2 teaspoon? I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of this cherry extract.
Hold it down. Okay.
The cherry extract. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons and I'm going to mix it in here with this Kool-Aid. Now I'm going to put 4 in there because it's just a half a teaspoon, measuring spoon. So I'm going to put 4 to make it oh no, that's going to be more than 4. Wait a minute. Yeah. I can't think, guys. You got to open it. I'm going to have stuff open first. It has a lip color to it, guys. Yeah, I got to put this 4/2 teaspoon. And I see, guys, when I'm doing it, because it's going to look like it may be a little strong. It's got a little brownish cherry color to it. You know, just like a fresh cherry. But see what I'm doing now, guys, like I'm putting 2 teaspoons in here. Now, when I get finished and we test this cake and as to how it's turned out, I know if I got too much flavoring, if my Kool-Aid stuff is too strong, it's my flavor. It's too strong. Because I was thinking that I may have to cut it down to a 1/2 pack of that unsweetened Kool-Aid and maybe 1 teaspoon of the 1 teaspoon of the cherry extract. But I went for the greater part than I did the lesser part. so I will know for sure. I will know whether I need to do a half of a pack in 1 teaspoon. That's the reason that I did it the way I did, guys.
I'll be your taste tester. I'll tell you next as soon as you get it ready.
Okay, Cassie, you gonna be my taste tester?
Casper, again, baby. Papa T gonna take care of that part for you, baby, since you're not down here.
He's taking over your job, Kelsey. Papa T is sure taking over your job. Okay, guys, let me turn this off, and I'm going head on, and I'm gonna put it on a little lower. You I can make a mess when I get to trying to be low with this stuff. Stuff is gonna splatter everywhere. I always put my flavoring in at this point. Ooh, pretty. So far. The reason you put it in at this point, guys, because when you add your flour, you don't need to be doing a whole lot of mixing to get it mixed up and all that. Did I get it all? Huh?
Yeah,
that's not good enough. I'm going to put no more liquid to it in that 4th cup because I know that will not. Turn it up just a little.
It looks pretty. Let me see if I get a zoom in on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I could have put the extract in there and not look for the color. Guys, let me tell you something. Cherry stuff like that, which a lot of people don't like, because I remember my friends used to didn't like it. It used to, that was my cherry vanilla ice cream was my favorite color. Now this stuff looking a little whatever kind of way and not so smooth.
Show your favorite color, cherry vanilla ice cream.
Flavor.
Oh.
Do you remember Bird Drugstore? Do they still sell the ice cream and all that stuff?
I don't know.
Now cherry vanilla was my absolute favorite, but I also like the butter pecan and black walnut.
They don't. They need to go back to because that was kind of a staple of that store.
I'm pretty sure they do. Hey, yeah, they still do. Because when Brittany was up there in college, the first year, we walked from her apartment. You remember she was living in the
Yeah, I know they did then.
We walked
from 7, 8 years ago now.
Yeah, we walked from her apartment up there to the square, because they done did our square up there in Troy. This was beautiful. And we sit over in the gazebo, and she got the ice cream. I told her about what used to be my favorite ice cream. And I can't remember whether she liked it or not. I'm pretty sure they didn't have all them other flavors and stuff they have now. So guys, I got that did. Now I'm going to go in and start adding my flour to it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, well, I didn't forget to tell, I just wasn't telling everything. I put half a teaspoon of salt was sifted in with this flour. And I'll tell you guys what type of flours I like to use when I'm baking cakes. I'm going to have all that stuff in the cookbook for y'all, you guys. Tips and stuff. And the reason that I like that particular brand or whatever. You know I'm not using any milk in this cake, guys. I don't want this to splash. Go splash. What is it? Splattering all over. So my thing is hard to turn. And a lot of times I be trying to turn it low. And that thing go over too fast and it'll throw flour everywhere. Guys, when I get this mixed up, I'm going off and get it in the pan. I just kind of really want to show you guys how to put that flavor in there. And I have other tips that I'm going to tell you guys when you baking pound cakes and stuff like this that don't cause for milk or nothing like that. I'll tell you any little tips that I think that you would need to help in case you get off with your measurements and stuff like that. Because when I get this in flour all incorporated in, I probably even maybe about, because usually I put it in 2 to 3 little old increments. I want you guys, when you're baking cakes and stuff like that, don't make too big a deal out of it. Less than you getting a complicated cake. Now, if you got a complicated cake that calls for a little this and a little that, and until you figure it out, until you bake that cake enough and know what's what, and that you can eliminate some of the steps. Because I have did that so many times, guys, at one point. But this is what I do. The first time that I try a recipe, I don't care if it's savory or either a sweet recipe that I've never tried before and don't know too much about, I will follow that recipe to the T, just like they say it. And then now, if that recipe fails, don't turn out right, I will know it's something that I didn't do. I never let my head get so big that I think I know so much of this and that I can eliminate and add to or whatever. I got to know for sure what it needs, because sometimes stuff don't need to be added to. But you know, I know a lot of people say, well, I don't put this and I don't put that. If you giving me a recipe, don't give it to me the way you don't personalize it for yourself. Just give me the recipe, and I'll do it the personalizing and all that kind of stuff if needed. Because a lot of times you're not gonna need that. But I know a lot of people, I just don't do that. I do this and I do that. If I'm giving you a recipe, I'm gonna give it to you to the T. And then if you go home and alter something that you don't know what you're altering and eliminating something you shouldn't be eliminating, just say you did that. It wasn't that necessarily that recipe. Now, when you get enough experience and then you want to personalize that recipe, then you'll know what to take out and what to, whether you can take something out or not. But don't just be doing that because I don't like that, because I know a lot of people, oh, I don't like onions. I'm making a mess. Ooh, I don't like this and I don't like that. In certain dishes, onions or something maybe what to make the dish. Like I don't like, there are certain things I don't like bell pepper in, and I don't like a lot of these vegetables they tell you to season with, and I don't like them, or either somebody in the family don't like them. But I'll try it and see, can I leave that out before I, you know, make something to take out into the public and stuff like that. Because guys, I used to take a lot of dishes to the church, and then in my sister's lifetime we was always having family gatherings and stuff. And I want to make sure stuff be right. You know, like I'll tell them, now one thing I don't worry about. If you get there and somebody's saying, I don't eat this and I don't eat that. My mama say that's rude and ugly anyway. Just eat it or not eat it. You know, if you at a gathering, something like that. But some people, what's in there? Ooh, you better not do that around my mama and sister. You allowed to get some ugly looks. You definitely going to be talked about after this. You see how rude they were? What's in it? What's in it? Now, my sister and my mama both allowed to tell you, I can't tell you everything in it. You just eat it. And if you don't like it, whatever. It's a potato salad. It's a this, it's a that. I'm not fixing to sit up here and tell you all them ingredients. So most of them know not to play that game with this. And you know, if you are special ordering a recipe, specially doing something, short order cooking for a person, then you can tell me what you don't like and don't like. But if you come to my house and I have a potato salad or whatever, and I just fix a basic meal or just having a company stuff, don't come over that roof and ask me what's in my stuff. I do not like it. Now, if I was fixing it especially for you, and it was something that I can eliminate, I would. But I got to know that ahead of time. But I don't cook my food to go with everybody's taste. Okay, guys, I'm going to get this. I'm going to finish making this up and get it in the pan. And then I'll be right back. Hey, guys, I want to pop back on. I want to show you guys what the batter looked like. And the consistency of the batter. And I don't have no special way that I pour a cake over in a pan. Normally I get Tuck to help me hold something. So I won't be poured it out on the side. I usually just let it pour out. And then I just really want to tell you guys, when I start my pound cakes, unless I specify something different, I always start them out in a cold oven, you guys. I do not preheat my oven. Start your cake in a cold oven. Now imagine, I have baked, I have baked pound cakes and different and stuff like that they want you to preheat it. But most of my pound cakes, I start them out in a cold oven, and that's when I let it go for an hour and 30 minutes. So I had some, and I thought about this. I had someone to send me an email a while back, but I forgot all about it because those are steps that I don't normally go through. She was asking, how do I put my cake in the pan? And if you want to ask me any questions, you can. And I explained it to her how I do it. I told her I didn't really have no special or secret way that you can do it. I was like, as long as I get it in there. I said, usually I'll just pour it in from one side and then just kind of spread it out. And then bump it a few times and get the air bubble out of it. And I know you guys have seen how I do my layer cakes. How I put that in. Because you want the layers to be pretty well even. But ain't none of that stuff no brain surgery. My daughter in my head, she said she was in my spirit, brother. You know who I'm talking about, don't you, Chuck? Got a daughter and a granddaughter here on this YouTube screen. I just love her, Gwen. She said when she heard me say that, she was baking I think she was baking a cake, trying one of my cakes. And say she could remember me saying this here wasn't brain surgery. That don't make no bigger deal out of stuff. The reason I do that, guys, and tell you don't be intimidated by this stuff, that's when people, I had a friend, remember May gave, you remember what I told you how like she gave me a heart attack and a stroke making that caramel cake?
Yeah.
Ooh, I told her to her face, I said, honey, you won't never. And I did my own batter. But she was, all of that stuff like, what she was doing. And then she turned around calling me the crazy one. Because I said, how much it is? Claire, just put some over there in the skillet. And instead of saying you're going to need to caramelize or brown a little sugar in the skillet before you get that all situated. Well, with her, I figured out what she was doing because, like I said, I know how to bake cakes. And so I did it. When I got through with her, the way she showed me how to do it, it made her cake not even good to me no more. And her niece, we both had went out there after work. All of us was working at the time. And she was a lot older than us, but she could bake one of the best caramel cakes. But some she could, sometimes she could, and sometimes she couldn't. It would be hit and misses. Cause I would tell her that she used to come out here and bring after church and stuff. I used to go out there and visit that church because it was in the country. And she would come out and, cause she would tell me, she said, I baked a caramel cake and I really put my foot in out there. And she said, when I go to the nursing home to see Papa, I'm going to bring you some. She would bring me some out here. The cake would be absolutely beautiful, but it would be too dry. And she had asked me, that was the reason I didn't let her bake, I didn't get her to bake my part like her niece did. I didn't get her to bake the cake part, the batter part. She always would say, how do you get your cake so moist? I would say, I don't know what you mean. I said, if I bake a cake and I see that it was too dry, whatever the case may be, and I know what that dryness come from, I'm just going to up it some kind of way. I'm going to eliminate too much. If I think it's too much flour, I'm not going to put as much, cut down on it by a half a cup. Or either if I think it's not enough shortening or whatever, butter, I will increase that amount. But what I find out, and I told her, because she always used this brand name of butter, and you couldn't get her to use nothing else. Do that 2 or 3 times. But I told her the butter just wasn't no good. Butter wasn't never water. And she was just like I was, because she was a lot older than me. We're used to that homemade butter that they churn themselves. And that butter was just absolutely delicious. And it was, you know, it had enough fat in it where it would just have the cakes not be as dry. Now, if my mama had some dry cakes, I know what it was. She baked so many cakes that she cut some before, because she would probably be baking cakes for 2 weeks before Christmas. So guys, let me go ahead on and get this in the stove, in the oven, simply because we having some people, a man supposed to come out and do some measurements. Supposed to came. I'm not letting all that stuff bother me, guys. That's another story for another day. I came on in a happy mode because I was showing you guys a little bit as to how I test my recipes and come up with stuff. I just showed you the surface part of it. But it's so much in depth with that, and I'm going to give you the instructions. I have actually got excited about doing this in cookbook now, because I can share a lot of stuff with you guys in there that I didn't even have the time to share while I was doing the video, or certain things, you know, this YouTube won't let you say and do. So, like I said, that's another story for another day. And but I have it. I'm working on it. It's gonna take me a while, but I hope to cover it, because I know I probably will never get a chance to do another cookbook. But I hope to cover enough stuff that I can share a whole lot of old landmark tips with you guys that we are heading in the way. We heading back to them. Should have never went away from them. But we don't. Everybody get caught up in all this modern technology and stuff, and just don't be using their common sense. Because all this stuff, you got the data and stuff that they putting on these computers and stuff like that. This is man doing it. And they sending all these satellites up there into the atmosphere. All that stuff can go bad or fall or whatever the case may be. And then you can just be in a big mess. Because it had did some glitz and stuff there where people could even buy gas and all that stuff. You remember that? All that junk shut down. And like I told you guys, maybe you shouldn't even fool with it. Okay, guys, I'll be back in between the cake baking, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my my frosting for this cake. Okay, guys, remember, 1 hour and 30 minutes on 325 degrees. And start it in a cold oven. Be right back.
Alright, you're on.
Okay, guys, the cake is out the oven. Turned out real nicely, even though I did have somewhat a little slight accident when I was turning it out. It just messed up the bottom a little bit. But I just, the top part of it, just knocked some of that out. Ate some and said it was how good it was. But I will frost it from the bottom so it'll, you know, look all pretty. Okay, guys, while the cake is cooling, I'm going to show you how to make this frosting up.
I need to get over there.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you was already. Yep, they need to see. There's nothing to this, guys, really. We'll learn sure to. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm putting Kool-Aid in this, and I don't have it all out the bag in case I don't have enough in here. I'm gonna run a little more warm water in there, and then pour it in the cream cheese. But you know how you have to be careful with your cream cheese and stuff, not to get that too loose. Okay, guys, right here I got a 8 ounces of cream cheese cut in half, and a half of a stick of butter. I'll put that over in there. There, miss. Be something I knocked my Kool-Aid over. Let me get a little salt. Okay, guys, if you can see this is approximately 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Sprinkle that off up in there. And then this is about a teaspoon and a half of the cherry Kool-Aid. Oh, what I left my cherries over there. Okay, what did I put? I brought the cherry. Okay, guys, and these are some maraschino cherries that I have cut in half. But let's get this here frosting did. You see a little small spoon over there? Okay, this stuff gonna settle down. Now this ain't small. You don't see a piece. Give me that little white one right there. Okay, like I said, when I be dissolving this Kool-Aid, I dissolve it in some hot or either warm water. Okay, go ahead, I'm going to pour some of this over in here. Then we're going to put the hand mixer to it. Started, guys. But I got some more in the bag. Guys, when I do my cookbook and I do a cake and I have the I want color and stuff to it, like if I'm doing a blueberry or a strawberry or a cherry, lemons or something like that, I will give you the reason as to what I use to put some color to it. recipe. I think this color is going to be perfect, but I need just a little more liquid in it. What I normally do then, I will add some of this here juice from the juice from this cherries. But let me tell you something, guys. The reason I'm not using that that extra, the instructions on the container said that you either have to bake or cook it in something. So that's the reason I'm not putting it in this here filling frosting. Guys, this is it. When I used to make a lot of cupcakes, that was one of the ways I developed my frostings with the color and stuff too. If I didn't just buy something that had color to it. And of course, Brittany had to have her sprinkles. She wanted to always put sprinkles on everything. That was a must. She had like them sprinkles were delicious. And I know it wasn't nothing but a little thing still. But you know, that's the way kids are. They're fascinated by the smallest things. They'll always say, Mommy, I want to have blue cupcakes. I want to have pink cupcakes with blue, pink, and yellow. Name every little color and them little sprinkles. And of course, I would go to the store and try to find it. I want to add just a little bit more of the cherry juice. Now I got my cherries cut in half because really I'm just using it for decoration on the cake, but I will have enough around the cake if somebody get a slice and possibly have a cherry in it. Now if you're doing a cupcake, just put the whole cherry up in there. Just about there, guys. You never fail. Every time I'm doing a video, that telephone will ring.
Call from Joe. Free call.
We don't know you.
Call from Joe. Free call. Call from Joe. Free call.
Okay, guys, that's all to it. You see what I use? A half a stick of butter. Did I say that right? And a half of 8 ounces of cream cheese. About 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And then a half a pack. I'm glad I didn't. I could have used this whole pack, but this just go to show you. Now I just bought this Kool-Aid yesterday, but this stuff was in the pack. I'm pretty sure it was old. People just must don't drink Kool-Aid like they used to. Got so many different juices, but still, it's half of it about left in the pack. But that was ahead of time getting that out and breaking it up. I'll find something sticking in, knowing me. So guys, I'm gonna go off, and when I come back, the cake will be frosted, and then Tucker, you still gonna? Tucker has said that he'll be the tester since he ate that piece that he broke. He still, I don't know what he's gonna do. So guys, let me get the cake frosting and I'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back and finished. This is a finished product of the cream cheese cherry cake, guys. And we have did some testing of it because I try to operate with the cake too hot, and that's always a no-no. Tuck done tasted and the frosting, everything is delicious. I can't wait to put this in the cookbook for you. But guys, we had some contractors and a long phone call that Tuck had to get on, and it just ran me behind. I was operating, moving the cake and stuff when it was hot. That's something I never do because I don't get in a hurry. But we had to go head on and take care of some business. So, and Tuck got to go, so he's not going to do the taste test, but we're going to, well, he can tell you what they already going to taste.
Yes, it's delicious.
We're going to go ahead on and cut the cake and let you see what it's looking like on the inside, and hope it don't just go on and finish caving in.
And wait to get me some bowl of ice cream with a piece of it.
What kind of ice cream you going to eat?
Oh, vanilla, you know, that's my favorite.
Yeah, like Miss Ron took this thing out of and a lot of the bottom and stuff.
Bluebell, that's my favorite ice cream, Bluebell.
I ain't seen you with no Bluebell in a long time. Did you get scared when all that stuff was going on with it?
No, it didn't scare me.
That didn't scare you? You must have seen that filthiness that was up there.
There was one thing of ice cream that girl did that on.
I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking when it was about it was messing everybody up.
Oh.
When
Well, I don't eat it that regular anyway.
When they were showing how the pipes and stuff was not being clean.
I tell you what, anyway, where they process and cook food and stuff like that,
Don't tell me
they
that.
have to be very careful about it anyway. That's why
never make me never want to eat that
they
stuff.
have FDA inspectors and stuff there where they do food.
Well, forget that FDA inspector. You think that's for real? Okay, guys, this is what the cake looked like on the inside. But why so many people get sick from so many different things? Come on now. They allow a lot of stuff to, and then you got to have some workers in there to care. Okay, guys, when I put my cookbook out, you guys are going to be surprised. The taste of this cake is just, it's just superb. And I want to thank you once again, Trina, for those egg stripes. And they're just like, cause I had never seen anything like that. It's just like somebody that love cooking and trying stuff. That's just like a child in a candy store trying to let me see what it looked like up in there. So guys, I know what's going on in the country, but we're not gonna talk too much about it, but you should have already been conducting yourself accordingly to the situation, because I know God give you common sense, and we know that things had been being what it was, and so we needed to be doing what we could do on our end, because prayer without work is dead. So we need to, we need to look out for ourselves. Just have trust in God. And man saying this and man doing that. But remember what is it? 2 Peter said. Oh, I think it's 2 Peter. I know a lot of you are people that know scriptures and stuff can remember better than me. You'll know what I'm talking about. Just one day in the presence of the Lord. One day is like 1,000 years for the Lord. So that's just saying they don't really know. If they're saying because of the Bible's fulfilling and all that, you get to reading that Bible and stuff like that, you can see the time that it is fulfilling. But the thing about it, our time is not God's time, and our ways is not God's ways. So like I say, we can just see it coming right around the corner and think it's going to be tomorrow, which I have had a lot of people to do those predictions years ago. And they done went on and what they predicted didn't come to pass. So guys, let me go ahead on and end this video. And remember guys, go over and support my baby girl, Brittany, and check out her cat. She's got a cat, Smudgy. He done been up here to the house, and he act like he was at, what was it, Gary? Jamboree. He enjoyed himself up here. Brittany said, Mama, you got so many hiding places for him. And she just so surprised that I have just fallen in love with him just like she is. He the sweetest thing, and he be looking at me when he first got here like, I don't know you, keep back, stay cool now. And then he started loving me like Brittany loved me. Well, he left and didn't want to leave. Tell him about that, girl.
He had a fit. He tried to put him back in that carrier.
He ran and hid, but he seen her getting his stuff up because he don't like that carrier. And he ran and found him a hiding place where we didn't know about he in the house. And was very, very quiet, did not make a peep. Because, you can find him when he
took a while to find him.
do his little bells and stuff. I mean, cats are very smart, guys. Don't let them fool you. They are very smart and very loving. He loved himself some Brittany. She sends me pictures all the time when, she don't let him come in the kitchen and stuff. But it's enough room up under there he can stick his little paws up under the door and wait for her to come out. She said he just nosy, wondering what she's doing in there. And then she said when she go in the bathroom, he can't come in and he stick his paws and wait outside the door. And I told her, I said, he give you a fit when you give him a bath. Cats don't like water. And he just give Brittany a fit and scratching and everything else. And I told her, I said, let him come in that bathroom and you be running a tub of water and see don't he run out, because he running high when he get in trouble. He'll run out. So when he running high, he won't be interested in trying to come in there no more. He'll know what you're doing in there and be scared you're going to put him in that water. So guys, let me go ahead on and end this video. Remember guys, give my video a thumbs up so they can share out my video so I can get the proper credit that I need to be getting with YouTube. Guys, I have never made that big a deal with it because I love sharing with my YouTube family and all that kind of stuff. I just love you guys. But stuff is getting so expensive, and I got the feeling it's going to get even higher. I've heard some things that just, I had already told Tuck they was doing. I said a lot of this stuff is just spoiling, and some people just, you just can't refuse to purchase it or can't buy certain things. And y'all have went in a store where you can really smell the meat department and fish and stuff before you can get there, and I just don't like that. So like I say, leave me a comment as if you ever had cherry cream cheese pound cake. Then I got another question for you guys. Have you ever flavored any of your cakes, pound cakes, or cupcakes with the Kool-Aid? You always saying you always just learning something from me and forgot it from me first. I don't know, everybody come up with stuff, but if they're like me, just way I used to use my common sense and figuring stuff out, it was just kind of easy to me. And so I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna go ahead on and close this video out, guys, saying that think positive, use your common sense, and they may love you guys. Bye.
Bye, you guys.